What's up, everyone? My name is Aaron from the Silvan Network, here with another video for our tabletop series. Today we're going to be actually talking about a global Warhammer 30k campaign going on. We actually have an official sponsor, and we're going to be talking about some army updates that a mate of mine is doing, and also we're going to be talking a little bit about the Luna Walls. Today, first off, we're going to kick this off with our first official sponsor, Bearbox Studios. This is done by a good mate called Rob. He's actually based in Southern Ontario, and he's been helping out with my Luna Wolves. He's pretty much done most of them, and I can't complain. It's the paint is awesome. It's properly priced. And the other thing with it is they look amazing on the table, and I actually have some good photos of them that I'll be showing off later in the video. So without further ado, we're going to kind of exit out of my screen for a little minute, and we're going to be talking about the campaign, the 30k campaign, the Horus Heresy campaign that's currently going on right now. And it kicks off this February, which is actually now. To talk about it, it is being hosted on the Australis Ultima, the Australian or the Oz 30k website, and it is the Golloch War, the second Golloch War. Now, it's actually being done in the Golloch cluster, and that's kind of the background for it. It's being hosted in here, a place that became compliant in the first war, and now as the heresy kicks off, the loyalists and traitors are going to be fighting for it. There's actually a few podcasts and channels that are actually hosting this, and every month a different one is going to actually be doing a different custom event, and we're going to just show it off. So it will allow players to be invoked in 12 famous and key battle sets during the Norse conflict. Each podcast will take turns, flesh out the background for their battle, including any special role, campaign favors, and fluff. So first off, being February, the Eye of Horus podcast has the first part of it, and then it's the JO5 2 has one, Covenant of Fire, Combat Phase, the Loaded Dice, I can't pronounce that, Seize the Initiative, the Sons of Heresy, Age of Darkness, the Northern Heresy, Forgotten Legion, and again the Eye of Horus. And they're all going to be, each month, they're going to be taking a battle, and then it'll be extended further into the cluster, and then everyone is going to be kind of adding to their own stuff. And what's really cool about this is they're actually going to be adding in lore and different things in addition to it, for each part of the battles. So the first one is the Eye of Horus podcast. Actually did their kind of phase one and their kind of synap of what they're going to be kind of doing. They talk about some of the special rules and actually fluff in background, which is really awesome. I personally listened to these guys for quite a long time, and I love their stuff, and B, I love that they're doing this because this is really cool. I love their hashtags, hard for heresy. So this is really cool, and you should really check them first out, and also you should be checking out this, and I'll be posting a link to it. But to get into the first phase, they kind of talk a little bit about it. And they actually have a wonderful score system that's actually hosted on the site, and who's winning, or who has influence on it. They even talk about what you should So they're saying you can play any kind of game you want, but they're kind of hoping you kind of go with some recommended gameage, because on this planet it's like power armor is the way to go. It's all gas. It's like toxic. Like you'll die out here. But they're saying, oh, you shouldn't have like large battles on it because you're trying to refuel. So they're saying, oh, you should have between 15 and 2,000 points. You should use infantry, walkers, and speeders, and using the Shadows of War missions, which is in book. I have it. Hold on one quick second. Here we go. It is book 6, which is Retribution, the Horse Heresy, and the Wonderful Black Book. But you can still do your kind of like own stuff with this, so that's really cool. They also say, oh, you should play Zone Mortalis games of 1,000 to 1250. So that's kind of cool. This will represent a small lotus fire handout to defend Mechanicum scav machines and workrooms, forces being ambushed by stay-behind traitor units and the general savage fighting that went on during the first month of the war. So that's really cool. Next, they have a point of interest system. So loyalists and traitors alike are seeking out further information on the cluster. So it has different information you can get before each game. Roll a d3, and you place that many point of interest marker. Should be 25 to 40 millimeter. So you could just even use just extra bases, which is cool. And when you're within 1 inches, you roll a d10 and you consult, and you actually get some bonuses. So if you run some recon, vigilators, military strategos, and any unit equipped with an auger scanner may roll 2d4, and then you consult the chart. And this is kind of cool because you can keep this in your campaign. You can use them for their abilities. They can join your units. There could be some dangerous stuff. You could have attacked by poison gas, carnivores attack you. You can have a Megos biologist, which is kind of cool. And you can have an Imperial Scout, a Noble from the planet. You can have a Remembrancer, and an Abandoned Conjugator, and an Imperial Cartographer. So this is kind of cool. Not only can you just get some of this extra stuff, but it gives you some modeling opportunity, and it kind of gives you some character. So you could, as an example, I think would be kind of cool, is like I'm playing a Loyalist Luna Wolves in this, and I found a Megos Biologus. Can't pronounce it properly, I'm sorry. But not only does he give rules, he'll give my units feel no pain, and he has the Battlesmith rules, and he's got an okay stat line. But it's like, oh, well, this is really going to help out because, as my Legion takes casualties, I'll be like, oh, that he might actually help out and speed up some of the process. Maybe I can produce Marines faster, or cartographer. He could be like a wonderful scout that I'll like appoint to my fleet and add some more stuff. So that's kind of cool. And they're going to be adding this kind of stuff to it, and you kind of keep them as you go along. And these characters could die if you bring them in the battle, or you could just kind of keep them and be like, ha, cool, I got this. So that's kind of how the campaign's going to work. And I'm going to post a link to the Australia 30K, the Facebook page, also the Eye of Horse podcast. Also, I am going to be doing an additional segment because there's not a lot of 30K people in my city. And since I don't have my passport right now, I can't go to Michigan, where there's a wonderful Horse Heresy group where I can get in some amazing fun. Like right now, like I said, my city's kind of it's like infancy of the heresy. So that's kind of the one things with it. So, but I'm going to try to add a little bit. So what I hope people will do is I did post on the Facebook page, but if people want to submit like their armies and photos of their heresy armies, they're going to be, going in the war, or even if you're not, and just you could just put I'm not doing the campaign, but it's a general 30k army. If you could send me some photos at the Silvan Network at gmail.com, I'm going to be showing this off, and I'm going to be doing like a kind of news report on some of the battles, some of the really cool fights that happen on during the month, and any kind of things that I find interesting, and also just like some army showcase and some recon. Maybe you could scope out maybe some of your mates' army. What are they doing? How are they being cheeky during the campaign? So that's kind of cool. And I'm going to be doing this. I'm not affiliated with them, and I think it's really cool what they're doing. I just want to, since I can't really get into it too much, I want to participate somehow. I want to get other people to participate, and I love the Horus Heresy, so why not? Let's do this. Why not? Let's do this. So again, check this all out, and we're going to get into our next segment. As I was kind of saying, so we had our first official sponsor, and then we're going to be showing off a mate's army, my buddy Mike, who's actually has a paint studio. He's not affiliated with Bearbox, that's my buddy Rob, but he's a gentleman who's actually making a salamander army, and I'll be doing a video of just his stuff in the future as well. And he's doing a pretty amazing job on the salamanders, I have to say. So he finished up the tactical squad. As you can see, did some finish up work on the bases. He finished up the trim. These look actually very good. Very good. I quite enjoy this. In addition to that, he's got a contemptor done. And I think it's really cool. The kind of pose, because if I'm not mistaken, he did a Battle of Kelth sets. I think he bought 2. And he's got like these 2 Karis assault cannons. You can see even the barrels have run hot, and you can see this kind of bleeding effect on the barrel, which is, I think, a really cool feature of it. And then you have the rest of the contemptor, and he's kind of got like a come at me, bro, like cross this lava line in the sand, this metaphoric stone. And just like, come at me, bro. So I think that's really cool. I'm looking forward to the rest of his army. He says he's going to be doing more salamanders. I think he has 60 bolt marines he's got to do. And I think like something like 10 contemptors and some characters, and maybe another contemptor. And then he's trying to figure out what he's going to go from there. I'm trying to sell him on either doing a drop list or doing an armor convoy. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. And next, we're going to be talking about my Lunals. So I don't have them all fixed up yet. And instead of doing a video where it's with my shaking camera, I actually have some older photos. But it is everything that's actually fully completed, painted up. And another note is most of the army, I can actually tell you, like, other than Horus, like, it was all done by my good mate here at Bearbox Studios. And Rob did a very amazing job, and he's actually helping me out with more. He's even giving me some lessons, so please, seriously, check him out. But he did my Luna Wolves. Showcased here is everything minus a Storm Talon that I have painted up. And this is a pretty big army. It's got about like 50 infantry and just like power armor bolt marines. It's got some recon marines. We're going to talk a little bit about it. So we have a tactical squad with an apothecary, another tactical squad with also a like it's got a Vexilla. They got a sergeants in there. There's another extra kind of centurion sergeant. We got a contemptor. We got the Sicarian. We got a rhino. Got another rhino. Got a land raider. Got a Mortaran. I actually have some Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators done up for him, just because I thought I was going to also be playing 40k. In 40K, these are great, but I was sadly mistaken. I enjoy 30K way too much. We got a Land Raider. We got some Scouts. This is actually some of my stuff that I previously painted with my dad over the years. But since they still kind of had the kind of Luna Wolf scheme, kind of cool. I got my Janissaries, the Laser Destroyer, more Land Raiders, more Scouts, 5 Trados Terminators, some of my HQs, and my voice is going because I'm getting sick, so I do apologize for that. We got actually one of the banners right here. There's another one here. We got another squad, more of our kind of Centurions. We've got Rhinos, the Venator, Contemptor Mortis. This is actually magnetized, can do autocannons or a Power Fist. Then we have like a veteran squad that's kind of spread out here. Spartan, Typhoon, the Baneblades. I got a Knight, Recon Squad, more Recon Marines, another Centurion up here with a Thunderhammer. And we have the Storm Eagle, and of course I got 3 of my Predators. Why they're kind of rusty is because they were kind of salvaged. So it's kind of a neat little effect on them. That's why you see this one, that. So you'll kind of see some units that are a little bit more dirty and other ones that are kind of clean looking. So as you can see, why I didn't show off some of these Marines is because they are just the regular 40K kit. Since this army is going to be going into the scouring, I'm going to be including them anyways, so meh. So it's all for good fun, and since I'm loyalist, you know, people can bite me on this. But we got we got Beaky pattern, which is Corvus pattern. We got some Aquila. We got some people are like, oh, why is there Errant pattern? Well, because they had a lot of experimental. They did some artificial armor, so that's my justification. One of our Centurions here. Another side shot showing off more of them. As you can see, I got another Apothecary here. Aerial view of everything. And then we have a close-up of some of the HQs. So as you can see, these Janissaries, bloody amazing. I really love how these guys are done. I love how this is Captain Silvan, the captain of my company. Yeah, I know. My YouTube channel's named it the same, but I love the name. So yeah, I got my Master of the Fleet. I got a Janissary champion. And then I got Horus, which is done by Little Legend Studios. This actually does it justice, this photo. We'll even get a side shot. So absolutely stunning miniature. And also, you know, stunning on the HQ. I love how the gold turns out. Most of the troops are actually be like black shoulder pads and whatnot with a lot of the more elite units, all this kind of gold trim. And I just love the contrast between it. Also, Horus is absolutely stunning. And, you know, the army's great. Now, we got some progress going on. We got some more rhinos being done. I really did luck out. I did find a lot of these Rogue Trader rhinos. So as much as I can, they're all going to the my Luna Wolves, and Rob's painting these up for me because right now I'm waiting on glue and paint. Then he's going to show me how to use an airbrush because I need some lessons. And then last but not least, I got some Predators that he's sent me some work in progress photos. These are going to be some more Predator with Predator autocannons as well as heavy bolters. And he's going to be doing the cupolas and just finishing out the details. I love how the black really matches with the white. These are absolutely stunning. And I love how these are. These are going to be at like parade ready. So it's like, oh, they just left the parade and went right into combat and blew some stuff up, which is kind of cool. So that's kind of cool. He's also doing 3 Land Raiders and 3 Javelins. And so I'm waiting to see those. So you should stay tuned for that. Also, kind of want to talk like how big the army's going to get. And I've set some very ambitious goals for the army. And I kind of want to talk about it. So I figured out the point total. Yeah, it's 14,467. So it's a lot of points. And to give a kind of a better summary of it, so the Army is going to have 100 tactical Marines. So it's going to be 100 bolt Marines, 40 support Marines. They're going to have melta guns, plasma guns, rotor cannons, and also flamethrowers. It's not up here because I forgot to add some stuff. We're going to have some heavy support Marines. We're going to have some autocannons, some last cannons, and heavy bolters. So deal with some tank, deal with some medium, and deal with some infantry. We're also going to have some assault Marines and some breachers. We're going to be getting up to 20 cataphractii terminators, half of them in lightning claws, the other half with power fists. We're going to have some Trados pattern terminators with power fists with an autocannon. 5 Janissaries for now, 5 recon Marines. And our armory is actually pretty extensive. We're going to have 18 rhinos, 6 land raiders, 10 predators. And how that's going to work is it's going to be 6 with the autocannon heavy bolters, 3 with the autocannon and last cannon, and the last one is going to be Daimonos pattern that can either be used with the plasma executioner or the heavy conversion beam. We're going to have 3 contemptors. We're going to have 3 vindicators. We're going to have our 2 Securians, one being the Venator and the standard one, a Spartan, a Storm Eagle, the Baneblade, Typhoon, 2 Basilisks, and 2 Whirlwinds and 3 Javelins. Also, what's not included, which I am going to be purchasing, the last kind of major purchase from the Army, is going to be a Levitant Siege Dreadnought, and I like to call it the Dorito pattern. It's the Dado? Butchering it right now, but I call it the Dorito pattern. I know it's not probably accurate, but I like it. And what's not funny about talking you're gonna kill someone with a little thing of Doritos. So that's gonna be the army, and that's gonna be able to do a lot of hurt. And the other cool thing is the entire army is going to be able to fit in both transports and aircrafts. Everything will fit. And that's the kind of crazy part, because when you kind of look up at here, well, let's do some math here. So we got 100 Marines. There's 15, 90, 200, 230, 240. 240 infantry. This doesn't include the fact there's horse and a few characters. But they're all going to fit in vehicles. Like, that's crazy. Could you imagine you got someone who has 240 infantry, a Primarch, 18 Rhinos, 6 Land Raiders, all these, and it's coming towards you. This whole army. It's like, that is the thing of night terrors. And the goal is to have this all painted and finished up for the year. And I'll be working on some others, armies, while this is going on. So this is very ambitious, but it's doable. I think the only things that have to be bought left for the army is the Levitant, like I said, the Dorito pattern. I think it's Tornado. A Burning Up Prospero box. And that's it. Other than that, it's once I get this all done, then I'm free to buy more, but I won't. not for a while. And then we're going to be working on the orcs and the other stuff. So, to kind of come back to things. So we're adding a lot to the army. Just going to kind of get back here. Please check out my one mate right here, Rob. Tell him Aaron sent you from the Silvan network. You know, he's done an amazing job with this army right here. You know, he does amazing work, and I've known him for quite a few years, and he's a good person, does great quality work, keeps you up to date on with pictures and progress, telling you some maybe some issues or things that are going on. He double checks with you everything, which is really good. These photos, they don't necessarily do all the proper justice for the army, so please check them out. Also, if you could, if you'd like to see your troops, in particular the heresy, if you want to see your stuff displayed here, submit to the Silvan network at gmail.com. And also, if you're getting in on the campaign, leave me like an army name in the description, and I'll post it because I am going to be doing a newsreel about it. I'm even going to, because we have a few mates that are going to be getting into 30K, some of them have it painted up. And I'm going to be showing off a little side story if I can, and also some news reporting, just so even if I can't get some game in, I'm going to have some fun with this. So, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this. If you haven't already, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to see any more content, let me know. Also, if you're a studio that has some painting work, you can also reach out to me, because again, I like to spread the hobby. Also, if you have a big event going on for some tabletop, let me know, because I like to spread the hobby news. Because here's the thing, this is a channel that my hope is not only can I have fun doing this, but I hope that I can help more people also have fun, not just with providing content, but also spreading some news about some great things, including like websites, gaming resources, like anything that can help out a gamer out. Maybe be painting service, maybe be learning about events. So spread the word. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the next episode of Tabletop. Till then, happy gaming. Bye bye.